Yo, what's going on? Yo, this is Marcus Rosa, aka Mazuma TV, back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive night. I hope y'all had a great day overall, man. Back at y'all with some more boxing talk. We're gonna talk about the LA press conference that just took place with, some of the top fighters in the sport of boxing: Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, along with Rolly Romero. You feel what I'm saying? We're going to talk about that. And then we're going to talk about the new PED expert that happens to be a part of Ryan Garcia's camp, according to the reports. And we're going to do a little bit of a cooking session on Ryan Garcia, man. I ain't going to lie to you, but shout out to everybody that's in the building. You feel what I'm saying? I'm already seeing the comments, man. Y'all go ahead and hit the likes. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the algorithm on the up so that people know that Mazuma TV is live. Shout out to Pedro and Nales. What's going on? Coffee Plant. Marissa. Great Gambino. What up, baby? Coffee Plant said, yo, Rolly, what the fuck is all this professional shit? Or maybe he just locked in. I don't know, man. He was saying a little funny shit here and there, but he's not talking too much, and it's probably because the show sell itself. You know what I'm saying? So Rolly don't really feel the need to promote or do anything like that. His money's guaranteed, from what I understand. So he gonna make the same money regardless. Maybe that's what it is, or maybe he really is locked in, or maybe he understands that this is a crossroads fight for him, and that if he comes up short in this one, he most likely won't be in another big fight again. You feel what I'm saying? It could be that. So maybe he's just really locked in on, attempting to defeat Ryan Garcia. Marissa, she said, how are you? I'm doing well, Marissa. I can't complain. I'm tired, man. That they took that hour away from us, man. That shit, that extra hour means a lot. You feel what I mean? Especially with how little I sleep. So I'm beat. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'm not gonna. Every time I say I'm not gonna be on here too long, I end up being on here too long. But I'm gonna try to be as quick as possible. You feel what I'm saying? Why they did the joint at 8 Eastern Standard Time? I don't know. That's a little bit of a late press conference, though. It was like 6 p.m. over there in LA. But even then, that's still kind of late. You feel what I mean? Niggas usually be getting that shit out the way by 3, 4 o'clock. I don't know exactly what the reason was. But listen, it is what it is, man. We got a pretty solid press conference, man. And I know it's gonna be kind of weird for me to say this, but shout out to Teofimo Lopez for making the press conference entertaining, or at least, getting these fighters up out of their shell. You feel what I'm saying? The first press conference was atrocious. You feel what I'm saying? Absolutely atrocious. And it was real quiet. Everybody was reserved, laid back. They didn't really want to say anything. And the second press conference, it was looking like it was going to be much of the same until Teofimo, I think strategically, in my opinion, started to diss everybody that was on the stage. He was talking about how everybody up there suck. You feel what I'm saying? He was even talking crazy to Jose Ramirez. I'm like, damn, he the nicest nigga on that stage. And Tio talking crazy to him because Jose Ramirez like, I think I'm the only Olympian that's on the stage. And Tio was like, no, I'm a 2016 Olympian. And Jose Ramirez was like, that's right. And then Tio was like, right, like antagonizing him. You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, the press conference ended with Tio slapping fire out of Arnold Barbosa. Bro, we got to stop this, bro. Like, this is going to be a tragic situation that happens as a result of this. Not everybody play those type of games or would just save their energy for the fight. There's people that's going to be willing to throw all that money away because you disrespected them as a man. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's that's not a good look, man. I done seen 3 people get slapped, and 4 people done got slapped in like a month and a half span. Like I seen Luis Neri slap that Japanese dude twice. I seen KSI slap Dylan Dennis. I seen Chris Eubanks slap fire out of Conor Ben, and now I'm seeing fucking Teofimo Lopez slapping Arnold Barbosa. Like, what the fuck is going on? Is it because y'all know ain't gonna be no real penalty? Y'all know that security gonna get in the way, so no fight gonna break out? Like, what's going on? Niggas gotta tighten up, cuz. This slapping shit definitely getting contagious too, for that's what I'm saying. Like, somebody gonna really get hurt behind the scenes because of this shit, bro. There's gonna be people that's, you know, a lot of people be like, oh, I'm gonna get that back. I'm gonna get that back in the ring. No, there's gonna be people that's gonna want to get to it right then and there, and ain't no money. They're not gonna be thinking about fucking up their bread. I'm telling you that people getting way too comfortable. Just like T.O. be getting comfortable saying all that racist shit. A lot of people is getting real comfortable with putting hands on each other prior to the fight. There's gonna be somebody who gets hurt as a result of this. Trust me when I say that. But yeah, man, T.O. slapped Barbosa. Barbosa talking about it's beyond personal, and all this other good shit. So we'll see. We'll see how that shit turn out, bro. They was talking real good shit up there, man. And Arnold Barbosa holding his own a little bit with the trash talk too. You feel what I'm saying? So it was entertaining between the two. You know, Teofimo got Devin Haney involved. Devin Haney spoke his piece. Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia was getting into it. You know, Ryan Garcia, being the conspiracy theorist that he is, whenever he's guilty about something, he accuses, Devin Haney and them having something to do with him, testing positive for a banned substance. You know what's so ironic about this? Why didn't he say that from the very beginning? Why didn't Ryan Garcia say this from the very beginning? I remember initially he said it was ashwagandha, and he had contaminated supplements, and they were supposed to turn in supplements that had ostarine contaminated in the contamination of ostarine in the supplements. But now, and he pled guilty. He didn't try to fight or anything look like that. He took his fine, he took his ban, and he went about his way. But all of a sudden, he's coming out here talking about how ostarine, like they planted ostarine on him. They planted ostarine in his drug test. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what it is. Yo, I just saw 17 fat women in Outback Steakhouse. The fact that you stood there and counted 17 fat bitches is crazy. That sounds like some mastermind shit. And you being at Outback Steakhouse, shit, you don't make you look any better. You probably eating right along with them. Mastermind probably joined the table. He was at Big Back Steakhouse. No, we're gonna get into that great Gambino. I just wanted to talk about Ryan Garcia, cook up on Ryan Garcia real quick. So now he's running with this conspiracy that Devin Haney, planted the banned substance on him so they could reverse the decision. And if that was the case, how come his brother knew that, and all this other bullshit, man? Like just a continued pattern of not taking accountability and just running from the truth. Ryan Garcia has not learned anything. He's trying to do this whole rebrand where like now he's all calm and cool and at peace type shit. Yo, Ryan Garcia is still that same dude. He's just keeping his mouth shut now because he know that, the little simple mistake that he make. And on some real shit, he should get sued for that guy Ostarine shirts. If we being honest, somehow, some way, he need to get sued for that motherfucker. But he ain't really in the loot. He probably done lost a couple dollars already. So he figured like, let me keep my mouth shut so I could keep this bag, or at least Turkey Al-Sheikh and them telling him to keep his mouth shut, just like how they told Kid Austin did. Yeah, I mean, whatever the situation is, Ryan Garcia hasn't changed at all, ladies and gentlemen. He didn't learn anything from this ban, and I told y'all he wouldn't learn nothing from it. A year ban. He was about to do an exhibition before he supposedly got injured. You know what I mean? What really happened was Oscar De La Hoya was like, yo, y'all niggas got to cut me a check if y'all want Ryan to do the exhibition. And they fell back. So to not make Ryan Garcia look bad, he said he just pulled out with an injury. I wonder if anybody asked him about his injury he obtained after the exhibition. Absolutely not. You know why? Because there wasn't no fucking injury. But anyways, it was a lot of shit that I noticed, man. I know this was a LA press conference. LA is known for their Hispanic population, and it's a lot of Mexicans in LA and shit like that. But it was disgusting, bro. Absolutely disgusting. These boxing fans are in a ruin, my nigga. They was out here cheering for Ryan Garcia, bro. Cheering for Ryan Garcia and booing Devin Haney. Now, I know it's cool to hate on Devin Haney nowadays. I know it's cool to, dislike him because he decided to sue Ryan Garcia because of, the reasons that we done spoke about time and time again. I know y'all hate his style. I know that y'all think he's a pillow puncher. And, there's people that even come at this man religion and shit like that. But The fact that y'all are cheering for somebody who's clearly a drug cheat and goes against the integrity of the sport of boxing, and then y'all go on to boo somebody who didn't do nothing but try to give y'all the most uh best fights possible, the one that was legacy driven and was putting himself in some, meaningful fights. That's the one y'all boo. That's the one y'all boo. I never heard about Devin Haney failing the drug test or missing weight or anything like that. Even when he was killing himself to make 35, still made the weight like a true professional, went in there against the best guys, signed the contracts, even signed contracts that, didn't really benefit him, to the best, to his fullest potential. But he still took them contracts on anyway, and he did some legacy defining shit that a lot of people haven't accomplished, and that was becoming undisputed. But that's the kid who gets booed. These boxing fans, bro, like and I can't even call them boxing fans. It's like these motherfuckers is like dick riders. You know what I'm saying? Like groupies. Like y'all cheer, like y'all know this man failed drug test. Y'all know he's a certified drug cheat. He never apologized for it, never took accountability, none of that. And that's the one y'all cheer on. This man disrespected black people and said all types of stuff about George Floyd and, saying, he in the KKK, a terrorist organization that haunted black people for many years and is still an ongoing terrorist group to this day. That's the man y'all cheer on. Absolutely disgusting, bro. Absolutely disgusting. But I noticed that it was a lot of booing, and then what happened on top of that was, the guy. What's the guy's name? What's the guy's name? What's the guy's name that did like the commentary? What's his name? The one that was doing the mediating. First of all, he was better than Doug Fisher, but this dude was a little spicy though, wasn't he? The dude was a bit spicy, the white dude. Was that Todd Grisham? I believe that was his name. I think I heard his name. He was a bit spicy. Dude was a bit spicy. He didn't take too kindly to Teofimo's disrespect. Told him to suck a dick, and Teo out of pocket. Teo gonna get slapped. He gonna get slapped in his shit one day. You know what I'm saying? But he was like, Teo asked him how old he was, and the dude was like, "Oh well, Barbosa looks 24." Because what Todd Grisham was trying to do, he was trying to remain neutral and not be biased or try to add on to like Teofimo's points. You see what I'm saying? To make it seem like he was going against Barbosa, and Teo didn't like that. So he pretty much forced Todd to answer the question. And when he answered the question, he rebutted and did like a little spicy little question. You feel what I mean? And he was like, "Oh, and if you lose to a 33-year-old, what does that say about you?" So I'm like, damn. I was like, damn, he talking greasy. You feel what I'm saying? And Teo, he blew that shit off. He didn't really pay it too mind. Probably went over his head for real. But what I noticed with Todd Grisham throughout the entirety of that press conference was how petty he was being. Like, I don't know. He wasn't giving Devin Haney too much respect. I ain't gonna lie to you. When he went up there and he was pretty, he was talking about, oh, he asked Jose Ramirez if he was going to test Devin Haney chin. Jose Ramirez gave a casual response. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing disrespectful. He said, man, that's what I'm here for. Like, I'm a fighter. Of course, I'm here to, test the fighter's chin. Like, that's what I plan to do. Like, I'm a fighter. Of course, I'm trying to put hands on this man. You feel what I mean? And like Devin Haney's like, oh, what is you talking about? Like testing my chin? Because when you're the way that Todd has set up the question, it was almost as if, there was like he was trying to insinuate that Devin don't got a chin or his chin is a little shaky. So Devin responded and was like, yo, what you mean test my chin, bro? Every time I got knocked down, I got up. I proved that I got a chin, which is a valid point. It's something that I've been saying for a good amount of time now. For Devin Haney to get up off of some nasty knockdowns like that, bro, it showed that, he was a true warrior and he was able to take a good shot and get back up on his feet. When Tyson Fury got dropped multiple times by Deontay Wilder, they prayed. They was like, oh, this man rolls like Jesus Christ. Oh, this man got a fucking chin. He's the only one that could take Wilder power. He got dropped how many times throughout the 3 fights? Got hurt how many times in the 3 fights? But, I guess when it's Devin Haney, he don't get the benefit of the doubt like a Tyson Fury does. You feel me? So I thought Devin Haney correcting him was the right thing to do, but Todd added fuel to the fire a little bit, and I could tell that's what got Bill Haney mad. That's what got him riled up. He's like, "Oh well, you showed heart for sure." So when he's saying, you got to pay attention to his tone and how the way he's saying shit. He's pretty much saying, "Nigga, you ain't got a chin, but you got heart." That's what he's saying. That's basically what he's saying. Like, cause he completely went over the chin comment. He didn't want to acknowledge Devin Haney's chin. He was like, "Well, you got heart." I was like, "Damn." I was like, "Damn, this dude Todd is like real life spicy." Like he's standing on his words, and he not going to just sit there and agree with you, which I think is eh, you know respectable. But at the same time, if you are a mediator on that stage, are you supposed to be your responsibility is to make the press conference as fluid and make it as fluid as possible. You feel what I'm saying? And you out here, pretty much not antagonizing fighters, but like trying to you attempting to irritate them or trying to get a rise out of them. In all honesty, you feel what I'm saying? So I was glad that Bill Haney, didn't overlook what he was trying to do with his son and then spoke out about him and called him a piece of shit and all types of stuff. It reminded me of back when Mike Tyson was on that TV show with that reporter, and he was like, "What do you think is worse, this or this?" And Mike was like, "I think, I think what's bad is I'm sitting here talking to a piece of shit like you." And he was like, "Oh, come on, Mike." He was like, "No, because you're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit." You know what I'm saying? That's what it reminded me of. Bill Haney went off on Todd, and Todd was trying to like de-escalate as he should have, because it was definitely getting heated in there. And then he even offered to give Bill Haney a hug at the end. And Bill was like, "Man, get the fuck out of here. Like, nigga, you a clown." You feel what I'm saying? So pretty interesting press conference all around. Way better than the New York one. I don't know exactly what caused them to be so entertaining this time. Maybe it was, them getting criticized for the first press conference. So they said they're going to turn it up a little bit. This nigga Tio and Arnold Barbosa was matching. They both had like leather vests on. It was super weird. I'm like, did y'all plan that? Was that coincidental? This nigga out here hold on. I gotta look this up real quick. Before I say something, let me look this up real quick. This dude, Teofimo Lopez. Oh, okay. He said that he dressed like Brett Michaels. And I said, "Nigga, you dressed like Shawn Michaels. What the fuck is you talking about?" I low-key forgot who Brett Michaels was. I thought that he was mixing Bret Hart with Shawn Michaels. I was like, "Oh, this nigga's an idiot." But apparently, Brett Michaels is a real person. And Tio was kind of dressed like him. But regardless, you know what I'm saying? He was out here looking crazy. That nigga had I don't know, what was that, a sword or some shit he had? What the fuck was that Teofimo Lopez had in his possession? I was like, what is that? What the fuck is that? That was super weird. You know what I mean? I think Tio was trying a little bit too hard to be an entertainer, bro. But it is what it is. It's definitely cringe. In all honesty, Tio's a cornball. You know what it is, bro? Like he got like style in the ring and shit, and he can fight. He athletic. He got speed, power. Like he got the goods in the ring, but outside the ring, he really ain't got no swag. You know what I mean? Like he ain't got that it about him. You feel what I'm saying? Like he just, I don't know. Like he just come across real cheesy. Like you know what I mean? Like I don't know. He corny to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like he be trying to come across as like entertainment, be a showman, be funny. It's like, bro, you not witty like that. You're not witty at all. You don't talk well. A lot of the shit that you say don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? Like Tio would say some shit where it's like, he'd be like, "Listen, man, I'm gonna take him out in 2 rounds. And you know what's the significant of two? When you square two, it's 4. And then when you multiply 2 by 2, it's still 4. So for your information, we gonna get this knockout." And it's like, bro, what? Nigga, what? The fuck is you talking about, Tio? Like you niggas, and I know niggas be in the crowd, be confused and shit. Like, what is he talking about? Like just sounding dumb as shit. Sounding super dumb. Yeah, like yeah, that's the best way to put it. He a cornball for real. Definitely a square. PYP boxing. What up? What up with PYP? He said Barbosa gonna win, man. Fastest 1-2-1 combo in boxing. Sometimes switches 2-1-2 combo. It's fast, fast, fast. We definitely gonna get to talking about Barbosa and Teofimo Lopez. What's Barbosa's chances? We gonna wait a little bit, until I get a little bit closer to the fight. You feel what I mean? But Barbosa, he's established. He's done everything he could to earn this opportunity with Teofimo Lopez. I really respect Barbosa for going over to the UK and beating Jack Catterall though. Like Catterall, he was racking up some good wins. I thought he beat Josh Taylor both times, but for the sake of being technical, he beat Josh Taylor. Then he turned around and he beat Regis Prograde. Those are two former champions at 140 pounds right there. He had a lot of momentum, and Barbosa shut all that shit down. He also beat Jose Ramirez, who was a former unified champion. And I'm sure there's some other names that Barbosa beat. There's another name I'm missing for sure. Who was the other guy Barbosa beat? He beat Jose Ramirez, and then he beat Jack Catterall. Who was the other one? Let me see. Jose Pedraza. Okay, he beat Jose Pedraza. We give him that. That's also a good win. That's what's that? A 2-division world champion right there. He beat Zorilla. Yeah, so like, Barbosa, man, what I'm trying to say is he's went up against whoever he's needed. He's beat some incredible guys, bro. He's beat some incredible guys. And he's been the number one guy in the WBO for a very long time. And I remember I remember talking about it, like, why Tio don't want to give Barbosa an opportunity? Why is Steve Claggett getting an opportunity over Arnold Barbosa? Why is all these other dudes, like, when is he gonna get his shot? And I'm happy to see that Barbosa's gonna get his opportunity. You feel what I'm saying? Like PYP said, the man 33 years old. Like Ty Grisham said, that man is 33 years old. And Tio was trying to shit on him and was like, "Oh man, like I'm 27, he 33, he still never got a world title, and I got multiple titles." This is what Tio don't want to understand. Tio was put in a very prestigious situation. I was looking through Arnold Barbosa box rack after an interview I saw. I seen this man fighting on club shows, bro, getting it out the mud. You know what I'm saying? Like they had two totally different paths. One was a very hot prospect on the come up. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know exactly what Barbosa's background was like in the amateurs and shit like that, but regardless, they had two totally different paths. So of course, there's some people that got to get it out the muscle. Like there's a lot of guys who are up there in age who haven't gotten an opportunity and may never get an opportunity, unfortunately. Like I think about Blair Cobbs. Blair Cobbs got some good wins, has yet to get a title shot. You know what I mean? I think of like I said, Arnold Barbosa. He's one of those guys. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of guys that are in or around. There's a lot of people in this boxing game right now who are up there in age and still haven't gotten a title shot, and they've been, the top of sanctioning bodies and all types of shit for a good amount of time, and they end up getting fucked over by the politics of boxing. You know what I'm saying? So Barbosa, he got to make this one count. You feel what I mean? He got to train harder than ever before. He got to strategize better than ever before. His trainers got to be on point like never before. He got to study tape like never before. Because if he beats Teofimo Lopez, and that's going to open the gateways to him being a part of some even bigger fights, especially with Riyadh season, Turkey Al-Sheikh and all that shit. That'll open him up fights with Devin Haney, open up fights with who, depending on who wins these fights, man, it's gonna really make him a name in the division. And 140 is scorching hot right now, so he could really be a part of some real prestigious situations and really be on. Karan Davis is one of those guys too. Yeah, I agree. But yeah, man. So let's see what Arnold Barbosa does. I think he's gonna be the underdog. I think Teofimo is the more talented fighter in all honesty. But I'm gonna sit back, watch film, see what he does that could give Tio some issues. We know what gives Tio issues, but I'm gonna study Barbosa a little bit more and then give y'all a more in-depth breakdown on that. But we're gonna wait a little bit. When it gets a little closer to the fight, then we're gonna start doing our little breakdowns and predictions and all that shit. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, man, entertaining press conference overall. You feel what I mean? I don't know if they're gonna do any more press conferences, but that was a shout out to Teofimo Lopez for running his mouth and getting people involved. You know, shout out to Devin Haney for speaking out. You know what I mean, and letting it be known that Ryan Garcia is a drug cheat. I'm not gonna shout out Ryan Garcia. Fuck him, because you can tell he ain't changed. He ain't learned his lesson at all. He's still that entitled, super privileged bastard who lacks accountability. And that's probably why. Um, I'm not even gonna say that. That's probably why he can't keep a bitch. You feel what I'm saying? That's probably why he can't keep a trainer, because don't nobody want to fucking work with him. And I'm glad that Teofimo Lopez. Why is Teofimo Lopez asking better questions in the media? And he's one of the motherfuckers fighting, bro. Like how that work? How that make sense? I've been waiting for somebody in the media that asks Ryan Garcia, what's going on with your training situation? Are you working with Eddie Reynoso? Are you not? Because Teofimo Lopez had put out a video, had done an interview, and said that Ryan's not working with Eddie Reynoso. So he goes ahead and be like, yo, you training with Eddie Reynoso? And Ryan was trying to brush it off. Was like, nah, man, because I didn't want to hear you talk the whole time or some shit like that. He's like, oh, that's not what I heard. I heard it's because you ain't want to go to, and I forgot what the place was, Lake Tahoe or some shit like that. So T.O. low-key snitched on where their new training camp is going to be at. I don't know if that was something that they wanted to be public, in all honesty, because I know Canelo liked to keep where he trained low-key, from what I've heard. You feel what I'm saying? He was, I heard you ain't want to go to Lake Tahoe. He was like, oh, no, that's not what it is. But he never answered the question. You feel what I mean? So I guess what Teofimo Lopez was saying was true in terms of him not working with Eddie Reynoso at this point. And it's really confusing. Ryan Garcia's like how the way he moved, like it's not calculated, ladies and gentlemen. It's like I never seen a fighter as disloyal as Ryan Garcia. Like he don't understand loyalty at all. He nigga can't stay loyal to his wife. This nigga can't be loyal to his fucking dad because he always fucking his dad over. Don't ever listen to his dad or nothing like that. He think he know it all. This motherfucker hop from trainer to trainer like a bitch with dicks. With a bag of dicks. That's Ryan Garcia, a hoe with a bag of dicks. Just jump from one to the other, one from the other. All different varieties of dicks Ryan Garcia taking part in. You feel what I'm saying? He can't even stay loyal to his promoter. He be trying to backdoor his promoter and try to get exhibitions without getting approval from Oscar De La Hoya. He think he's some type of boss where he can just do whatever he want, and Oscar De La Hoya gonna give him the green light. No, nigga, you signed over your rights. You signed over your rights to Golden Boy Promotion. So if anybody want to take part in have Ryan Garcia do a fight under their promotion, they got to cut Oscar a check. And Ryan Garcia, dumbass, he probably got some dumbass lawyers too, because ain't you supposed to be consulting with your lawyers to see whether the move you're gonna take is legal or not? Why the fuck are you participating in an exhibition when you're under contract with Golden Boy Promotions? You cannot take part in any type of exhibitions, fights, whatever, without advising Golden Boy and Golden Boy getting their percentage. Al the Pal says most best boxers pretty much only got one trainer, so it's not the trainer. I don't understand what you mean by that. What can you elaborate? Most best boxers pretty much only got one trainer, so it's not the trainer. But Ryan does switch trainers a lot. I can name you some very successful boxers that only had one trainer throughout their career, or at least kept it in the family. You feel what I'm saying? Like I can name plenty of them. Canelo's one of them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Oscar had mad trainers. He was a disloyal motherfucker. And then he was so arrogant that I remember they asked him, why did you switch trainers so much? He was like, oh, well, I just felt like I learned everything I needed to learn. Nigga, no, you did not. You was not no perfect fighter, Oscar. Well, Cotto didn't have as many. Cotto, what? He had his uncle, who he had, Pedro Diaz, Freddie Roach. I think he had Emmanuel Stewart too. Yeah, he used to be around. He used to be around. But for Oscar to be around all these top caliber trainers and said, "Oh, you learned everything you needed to learn from them," no, you didn't. No, you didn't. People just don't want to admit that they disloyal. Mikey Garcia still with his. He kept it in the family between his brother Robert and his dad. He ain't need to go nowhere. Canelo ain't need to go nowhere. When Chepo got sick, his son Eddie took over. Did Juan Manuel Marquez stay with Nacho Beristain his whole career, or I'm tripping? I swear he was with Nacho the whole time. I don't know though. Don't hold me to that. Like there's a lot, bro. Like Bernard Hopkins, come on, brother Nazim. Like I said, and then this is another thing too, right? Because I got a little video going viral right now. Shout out to Mazuma TV clips. And I was talking about how Gervonta Davis needs Coach Calvin as lead trainer in order to beat Lamont Roach in his rematch. Because in my personal opinion, I think that you know, I think the corner was the issue. I don't think Tank was out of shape. I don't think that Tank underestimated Roach. He knew Roach. I think that how the way he prepared in camp wasn't the recipe that was needed in order to defeat Lamont Roach. He tried to approach Lamont how he approached everybody else, and it just didn't work. And I think Coach Calvin, somebody that pretty much raised him from a puppy, is going to bring something out of him that Barry Hunter isn't able to. That's just my personal opinion. There was somebody that was like, oh, it don't matter what coach Gervonta Davis had. It was Lamont Roach. Bro, you know how many fighters, and this is the thing, let's not ever underestimate, and I'm talking from a boxing coach's perspective now. Don't ever underestimate the chemistry between a fighter and a coach and how much it could impact a fighter's performance. Like I in the comments, I said one of the clearest examples that I've ever seen of that was James Kirkland. You know what I'm saying? James Kirkland was this motherfucker. Look, he was an absolute bulldozer when he had Aaron Wolf with him. But he didn't like the vigorous training and the brutal training that Aaron Wolf would put him through. So he'll go and train with other people. And every time he trained with people outside of Aaron Wolf, he looked like dog shit. Straight like that. So yeah, James Kirkland was he was a fucking a warrior. You feel what I'm saying? And on a good night could defeat just about anybody at 154 at that point in time. But nobody could tap into James Kirkland like Aaron Wolf did. Julio Don, yeah, Teo smacked the shit out of him. I slowed it down to see if the slap actually landed because I heard a noise. I don't know if he hit Barbosa's shoulder or whatever, but when I watched it in slow mo, he definitely landed that shit on Barbosa. You feel me? Barbosa mad shit about that. Brother Nazim said he put Tito's left hook in the drawer and closed it. He was a master dissector of the ops. Listen, man, Bernard Hopkins had a damn near perfect defense against Tito Trinidad that night. That was just a legendary performance. Bernard Hopkins had a few legendary performances in his career that I go back and watch sometimes. I'm like, damn, this motherfucker was disciplined, bro. He never lost focus. Like, Bernard that's an all-time great right there, bro. That's why it kind of pissed me off when I seen Bernard do everything that he did, and then they say he's not the greatest fighter to come out of Philly, with all his accolades and everything he's done. It's like, bro, do y'all really watch boxing? There's nobody in Philly history I could give a fuck. Like these niggas talking no disrespect to Joe Frazier. My dad used to train at Joe Frazier. He knew Joe Frazier pretty well. My dad just got the Joe Frazier Spirit Award and the Salute the Philly Boxing Awards in Philly this year. And I think he's gotten it like 3-4 years in a row. So we connected to Joe Frazier. You know what I'm saying? And I see his murals all around Philly, like absolute legend. But he ain't touched nothing. He didn't accomplish as much as Bernard Hopkins. Do you think Ann Wolfe will beat Clarissa? I don't know. Bro, listen, at that time, bro, when Ann Wolfe was fighting, I was in La La Land somewhere, nigga. I wasn't worried about boxing. You feel what I mean? I would have to go back and watch her. I know she was rough, she was tough, and she could pack a punch. But like I gotta look at her. I gotta look into her skill set. I gotta look into her pressure. We don't even know what Clarissa Shields been so dominant. We don't even know what her kryptonite is yet. I guess we got a little bit of an idea with like Savannah Marshall and shit. But Savannah Marshall, she a big girl, bro. Like that type of pressure that Savannah Marshall put out, she like a fucking female Margarito, cuz. Breadman be doing his thing. You know, one thing you can say about Breadman that you can't say about a lot of people, including me, at this point, he had a unified world champion that he started from the bottom in the pros. You feel me? So you gotta salute Breadman for that. Not everybody accomplished that. How did Rolly and Ryan jump the rankings? What you mean? Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what rankings you're referring to, but I could tell you how. The politics of boxing. If you a popular fighter, or you could generate big dollars, or you bring a lot of attention to the sport, you could cut a lot of corners that a lot of people gotta really work through to get to that level. Yeah, exactly. Money and popularity. That's all it is. As simple as that. Nacho Beristain had one guy he was a fan of his whole 75-year career, Bernard Hopkins. Nacho goes on for days about Bernard. Bro, I love how the way Nacho trains his fighters, bro. Like, Juan Manuel Marquez pretty much embodied what Nacho taught. And Juan Manuel Marquez was technically sound. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't the fastest. He wasn't the strongest. He wasn't the biggest puncher, but he was sound in every aspect of his game and was a beautiful counter puncher. Had dog, was always in brilliant shape. Like, Juan Manuel Marquez is one of the greatest Mexicans to ever lace a pair of gloves. I say that shit all the time. And I think he's truly underappreciated. I don't know if it's because he wasn't like a big mouth or anything like that, but Marquez, when you look through his career, bro, he was phenomenal. And he gets his credit amongst Mexicans, but like I feel like the boxing world, and it's like as a whole, they just look at him as somebody that Floyd beat. And Marquez was a lot bigger than that, in my eyes. Loved how the way he fought. Marquez got a good knockout on a legend. Canelo don't. Canelo got some good wins though. Let's not discredit, Canelo's resume. I know he a drug cheat and all that shit, but if we talking about resumes, Canelo got a resume on him. You know what I mean? And no disrespect to Marquez, it took him 4 fights to knock Pacquiao out. Now I thought he won a majority of those fights anyway. You know what I'm saying? I just think that he was Pacquiao kryptonite. But or nightmare. But you know, Marquez went up 2 weights for Mayweather and did better than Canelo. They both got outclassed for real, for real. Marquez got dropped and all types of shit. Floyd looked shitty sharp. Floyd was too big for Marquez. Marquez couldn't touch Floyd. He on some real shit. Marquez didn't look as fast as he did in the smaller and in the lightweight division. It's probably because he ain't belong there. He ain't belong at 47. You feel me? After drug failed, Canelo never fought nobody special. Bro, he became undisputed in a whole different division after failing a drug test. So all those guys at 168 was trash or wasn't special. When did he Canelo got a good resume, bro. If you say he don't, or you try to discredit his resume, you mean Europeans ain't on the level with blacks or Hispanics. I mean, look at the pound for pound list and show me how many Europeans is on there. There's a couple. Yeah, there's a couple Europeans on that pound for pound list. Shit, my number one is a European. So, I mean, you can have your opinions on who, is the better fighter between black fighters, Hispanic fighters, whatever, but we can't, especially during these times, bro, we can't really discredit European fighters. We can't really discredit European fighters. They putting on right now. How about Bivol and Beterbiev? They still on the pound for pound list. They fought each other twice. They Europeans, ain't they? Or I'm tripping. Are Russians Europeans? I don't even know. Okay. So technically they are, according to what I'm reading. Russians are European. Okay. Cool. You need to see Bakram fight again. Me too, man. I haven't seen enough of him. I mean, I watched the Tim Tszyu performance, but that was it. But he been talking crazy, bro. Bakram has been wanting he's been wanting the opportunity against the top guys, even willing to move up to 160, but feel like nobody really biting on the line. That's a name. You feel me? So I don't know. We just gonna have to. Virgil seemed like he was optimistic about fighting Bakram or didn't mind fighting him, but apparently Virgil hurt his hands and he might need surgery. This is according to Virgil Sr. So we'll see. I would love to see Bakram versus Virgil though. That sounds like a bloodbath. With as big as Bohachuk is, his size and his punching power might make Virgil need to tap into his boxing skills. Yeah, man, he surprised the boxing world with that Tim Tszyu performance, though. I seen some people saying Bakram was going to be a problem for Tszyu, and then I seen how big he was in the film I was watching. I was like, oh. And I seen that he could crack, and I was like, damn, Tim Tszyu going to have to be on his best behavior, or he going to get hurt. And he got hurt badly. He said, I do like Ukraine guys when they fight Hispanics or blacks. I know they ain't going out like other Europeans. Shit, you must have not seen that Keyshawn and Baranchek fight. That nigga went out like a hoe. He got his body touched. I was like, ugh. He didn't even try to get up. He got up at 10. Keyshawn beat the shit out of. He didn't even beat the shit out of Baranchek. He was just trying to find Baranchek the whole time. Baranchek was trying to make it ugly, smothering. And Keyshawn just got the most flush shot he landed on Baranchek. Baranchek went out. So he didn't even really get he didn't really get to punish Baranchek. You feel what I'm saying? But as soon as he touched him to the body, he got him up out of there. Top rate matchmaking is crazy. Hey man, I just think that I think that was coincidental. I don't think they purposely, because they was going. I think for real, they was gonna get that opportunity to Shakur, but when Shakur didn't re-sign with him, it was like fuck it, we just gonna give it to Keyshawn. So Keyshawn just happened to be at the right place at the right time. It just worked out in his favor stylistically. That's what I think. Worst world champion ever. How about Charles Martin? How about Jeff Horn? There was a few of them that had world titles. George Cambosis. There's a few of them guys, as soon as they got their titles, they lost it. I don't consider J-Rock one of them, but look how fast he lost his titles. He said Dennis a different type of trash. That's funny because Bomac said the same shit. He's like, man, he trash. I was like, damn. Baranchuk was like a decorated amateur and all though. That shit crazy how that shit worked, bro. Crazy how that shit worked. But let's get into this last topic right here, man. I just want to expose the hypocrisy of Ryan Garcia. I know we done did this 1,000 times, but I just feel the need to say it. I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. Ryan Garcia is one of the biggest frauds that I've ever came across, not in just boxing, but in life. One of the most biggest hypocrite pieces of shit to walk the face of this earth, in my opinion. There's some real crummy individuals, you feel what I'm saying? So this shit really speaks volumes. Ryan Garcia, after, cheating Devin Haney, coming out with a positive drug test and all that good shit, was screaming to the masses how he got set up, how he never cheated, and he don't know how, these, PEDs got in his system and all this shit, right? Then he was like, oh man, they set me up. Then he started mentioning Victor Conte, somebody that he has worked with in the past. All of a sudden, when you fail a drug test, now you want to throw him under the bus. If you go on Google right now, you could pull up Ryan Garcia with a snack shirt, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, if you Google snack shirt on, with a snack shirt on, you can see Ryan Garcia on Google right now. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just funny how you attempting to shit on the man when you've worked with him in the past. So if you calling him a drug cheat or sponsored by him, whatever, you've done business with him. Straight like that. So if you're going out of your way to call this man a cheat and how he shouldn't belong in the sport, this is shit that I've heard Ryan say. Why were you so optimistic about working with him in the past? Y'all have a history of doing business together. But now that you get caught in the midst of being a fucking drug cheat, now you want to talk shit about Victor Conte. Sounds like an iffy motherfucker to me. Sounds like a hypocritical, contradicting ass motherfucker to me. Just my personal opinion. Also, talking about how Victor Conte, works with VADA. As far as I'm concerned, with the research I've done and what I've gathered, Victor Conte has not worked with VADA in almost a decade, or more or less a decade. But you let Ryan Garcia tell it, and these groupies, these Ryan Garcia nut swingers, they'll tell you that Victor Conte works with VADA. It's absolutely not true. From the information that I've gathered, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But regardless, I'm not here to defend Victor Conte because I don't fuck with him neither. You feel what I'm saying? I don't believe he deserves to be in the sport, regardless of whether you're attempting to right your wrongs or not. You've shown to contribute to the dysfunction of boxing. As a result, you should not be a part of the sport of boxing. You cannot be trusted. If you'll cheat once in the sport, you'll cheat again. And Victor Conte is a master PED. How can I say this? He's an expert on PEDs and how to weigh. And he tells you how you can mask PEDs and all that shit. He could tell you how to inject it. He could tell you how long it lasts in your system, what it does to your system, how long it'll take to give you the results that you want. Bro, he could tell you how to pass random blood and urine tests. This is what Victor Conte knows how to do. He understands this shit to a science, right? So I agree in the sense that he doesn't belong in the sport, but if you've done business with him in the past, who the fuck are you to now come out and try to criticize him? That's like a nigga that you know a cold rat, and you fuck with this nigga the whole time he in jail, but when he come out of jail and y'all have a disagreement, now you want to come around calling him a rat. Hold up. This nigga was just your man's a couple days ago, and you knew he was a rat the whole time, but now that y'all not cool, now you want to go around calling him a snitch. You was just on his dick a couple days ago, sir. Relax. But anyways, now Ryan Garcia, according to what I've seen, has a new strength and conditioning coach, ladies and gentlemen. And it happens to be somebody by the name of Justin Fortune. If I said his name wrong, please correct me. As a matter of fact, let me pull this up real quick. Ryan Garcia, Justin Fortune. Breaking news is according to Ellie Seckback. Oh man. And then the boxing man, Ryan Garcia, strength and conditioning coach for his May 2nd bout, will be Justin Fortune. Now, Justin Fortune is somebody who's also notorious for fucking with performance enhancement drugs and really understanding them and shit like that. So not only is and look, he not training with 80 Reynoso no more, but it just seems like he's constantly involving himself with people who either have fighters that test positive for PEDs or he deals with motherfuckers in the strength and conditioning area who happen to be experts at PEDs. And ironically, after failing the drug test, you are now working with a strength and conditioning coach who is an expert at PEDs and possibly could teach you how to really max them so you could pass these drug tests. How is that a good look at all? That's like, let's say there's a room, there's this let's say there's this rumor, or you've been caught being a drug dealer, right? You sold drugs. That was your thing. You a trap nigga. All right, cool, right? You do your time, you get out of jail, and now you out and about running around the city with another nigga who happens to be a fucking drug lord in the city of Philadelphia. How the fuck would I look? Does it look like I'm making any type of improvements or even attempting to change? No, it looks like you're getting out and doing the same dumb shit over again. That's how I view the whole Ryan Garcia situation. You test positive for PEDs, they give you a fine, they give you a ban of 1 year. And before that 1 year is up and you get ready for a fight on May 2nd, you're involving yourself with somebody who is notorious for being involved with performance enhancement drugs. How the fuck does that sound? How the fuck is Justin Fortune any better than Victor Conti? They both are aligned or been involved with the same shit. Don't know what I'm talking about? All right, cool. Let's bring up Justin Fortune's history real quick. Let me see. Justin Fortune has admitted to using performance enhancement drugs back when he was a fighter, according to what I'm reading right here. He sued Freddie Roach. Apparently, Freddie Roach kicked him out of camp because at one point in time he was Manny Pacquiao's strength and conditioning coach, and Freddie Roach had kicked him out of camp because he was speculating that he was using performance enhancement drugs or trying to use performance enhancement drugs with Manny Pacquiao. So this is according to CBS News right here. This is according to Freddie Roach. During the time that I trained for, just because apparently he used to train Justin Fortune as well, he told me that he had cycled performance enhancement drugs when he was training for the World Games as a power lifter in his home country of Australia, Roach said in a statement. Based on the information provided me by plaintiff, I believe that he had used PEDs. So this is the man that Ryan Garcia is going to use to get ready for his fight with Rolly Romero. Rolly, best of luck to you, brother, but it's already looked like he's trying to fuck you over, cuz. Just my opinion. I don't know. Maybe Justin Fortune learned his lesson and he's not going to involve himself in no PEDs with Ryan, but, where there's smoke, I'm going to just say where there's smoke, there's fire, bro. If you got one motherfucker that's admitted to using PEDs in the past while he was competing, being a power lifter and all this shit, which a lot of power lifters use performance enhancement drugs, let's be real. And then you got another one who has failed a drug test less than a year ago and they're working together, doesn't really seem too good. It don't really seem like they up to any good. You feel what I'm saying? But that's hypocritical Ryan for you, lying Ryan. I mean, do we expect any less out of Ryan Garcia, man? Let's keep it real. So I just wanted to expose that. I know motherfuckers are sick of talking about Ryan. We've been talking about Ryan on and on for about a year now with all his crazy antics and bullshit that he been up to. But, it's got to be said. It's got to be said. So it is what it is. So let's get into some open boxing topics. Let's see what we could cook up with right now, man. What we talking about? What's on the people's mind? What y'all want to know? What y'all want to discuss? What y'all want to ask the chat? Let me know. Any fights though Saturday? I think Keith Thurman fighting tomorrow. I seen Keith Thurman weigh in against what's his dude name? I forgot his name. Fuck. I was just looking at this shit too. Brock Jarvis. So he fighting Brock Jarvis. You feel what I'm saying? I think they fighting tomorrow. I don't know what time, because it's Australia. So they got a completely different time zone than us. But Keith Thurman gonna be rumbling. I'm expecting him to dispose of Brock Jarvis. If not, he needs to retire. For sure. Tyson Fury made a post. Did you miss me? So you think we finally getting that AJ Fury fight now? I don't know, man. Tyson Fury is too indecisive for me. You know what I'm saying? One day he's saying this, another day he's saying that. He's very hard to read, but I don't think Tyson Fury is ready to walk away from the sport yet. I think that I think Fury's driven by money. You know what I'm saying? That's why, the Usyk negotiations fell through a couple times, because he wanted the majority of the split. He was demanding this much and that much. He's very money driven. So I think when Turki Al-Sheikh reaches out to Tyson Fury eventually and presents this Anthony Joshua fight, and he sees the zeros that is on that check, I think that'll entice him. Because I think he's focused on his family right now. You know what I'm saying? I think he's been away from his wife for a good amount of time, and he's just trying to catch up with her. But once they spend a little time together and all that shit, I think that he's gonna really consider coming back. And I think he'll fight Anthony Joshua. That's a fight that needs to be made, bro. I mean, it's not as hot as it used to be. You can make a case that they both on the decline, and they both coming off of bad losses. But I think they got enough in it. I think they got enough left in the tank to put on an entertaining fight. You know what I'm saying? Sometime this year, if they're able to put it together. I don't know. Yeah, Fury lie all the time, yo. So, we can't really take his word for shit. Wednesday key fight. Well, I seen him weigh in today. But it might be Tuesday in Australia. Like, I don't know. What time is it in Australia right now? So it's currently Tuesday in Australia. It's 2:40 p.m. So they're gonna be fighting. They're gonna be fighting Wednesday, which is gonna be a Tuesday for us, right? They're a whole day ahead of us. So they fighting tomorrow. And Australia is gonna be a Wednesday, but here it's gonna be a Tuesday. Dang, missed Tuesday top rank fights during COVID. The bubble or whatever was some good shit sometimes. Yo, the bubble was a very, very crazy time. Like we had fighters who literally made tens of thousands of dollars being COVID alternates and they never fought. We had a fighter who made $15,000 in like a 2 month span because they were COVID alternates for like PBC fights. Like 5,000 here, 8,000 here, 5,000, like 6,000 here. Like it was just, money was everywhere during the pandemic, bro. These promoters were scrambling. They was like, trying to figure out how to go about the pandemic and still make some good shows. And bro, it was a crazy time, but a lot of money was made during that time. The bubble was kind of dope too, though, man. Like you could hear the punches. Like, bro, I was in the arena when Caleb Plant fought Caleb Truax in Los Angeles. And you could hear the punches, like boom, ba boom, ba boom. It's like, what the fuck, bro? They literally was fighting inside like an empty like arena, bro. Like an empty arena. There wasn't not one chair, bro. It was literally like a boxing ring in like the middle of like an abandoned building. And they had lights and shit like that. And they made it seem like they was like in a decorated place, bro. They was inside like an abandoned building, just filming boxing. That shit was crazy, bro. I made a shit ton of money during the pandemic, bro. I wish I'd have saved all that shit. I'd have had a crib by now. But it's hard for you to save money when you don't know money. I ain't no money at the time. You give me that other opportunity, I'm locking that shit in. I can't wait. Like, I remember, I think MarkMazuma was fighting in the bubble, bro. His punches sound like gunshots. Like, pow, pow. It's like, God damn. That was on TV. I can only imagine how the way that shit sounded in person. Yo, Jose Cepeda versus Ivan Baranchek, bro. Crazy fight. Crazy. That's an old school classic fight right there, bro. Bro, that fight was amazing. A Singh says, Mazuma, what do you think about the lack of promotion for the Boots and Stanley Onis fight? Well, they fighting in April. Yeah, it is kind of unfortunate they not pushing it how they should be pushing it. That's the biggest fight to be made with current fighters that's in the welterweight division. If we being honest, in my opinion, they're both two of the best champions at 147. That shit should definitely be getting bigged up more than what it should be. But a lot of these promoters, bro, they be relying on fighters to promote themselves. It's like, promoters ain't really promoters anymore. I talk about it all the time. Like I remember Don King used to be at these press conferences instigating and acting crazy. And, I remember I used to see billboards and, bro, everything you could think of and this was coming out of the promoters' pockets. Nowadays, it's like, they heavily rely on social media to get their promotion across. And that's cool. That's a big tool. But, it's like they do the bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? And then when fighters don't promote themselves or don't want to do interviews, promoters get mad. That's like, bro, that's your job. It's your job to sell us to the people. Not like on no slave shit, but like sell us as fighters to the people. Make people want to watch us. There needs to be something about you, how the way you sell this fight. I'm sorry, these neighbors loudish. I think they arguing. But you got to deliver in a way where you get people excited about, your fighter fighting in Atlantic City or whatever the fuck the case is. Show some highlight reels. Get yourself involved. Dog, like do something. Yeah, I mean, and I don't know what Eddie Hearn doing, bro. Eddie Hearn should be doing a lot more He needs to be doing. I think he should be pushing this fight a little bit more. I ain't gonna lie to you. Look at Boots with Neon. Yeah, Boots was with Neon. He just sparred Sean Porter and did an interview with Sean Porter. Like, Boots is holding up his end of the bargain. But what's everybody else doing? You know, I know Stan the owners don't really know English, so he's kind of limited with his promotion in the States. But like Eddie Hearn speaks perfect English. What the fuck is he doing? Like the only time I hear Eddie talking about it is like, yo, so what you got next? Like, what's on the schedule? What's on the docket? Oh, we got Jerome. We had Jerome Ennis, Astani Onis on April 12th. That's the only time I ever hear him bring it up. You know what I mean? But terrible promotion so far. It should be getting a lot more publicity, bro. But I don't know. Yeah, Eddie Love, ain't like when's Eubank and Conor Ben fighting? When they fighting? They fighting in April, bro. Yo, bro, they fighting April 26th in the UK. Boots is fighting what? April 12th in Atlantic City. We're about 2 weeks away from each other. And he's promoting Eubank and Conor Ben way more than he promoting Boots and Stanionis. And Boots' fight is closer than Conor Ben's and Eubanks, bro. That shit's crazy. Shows how biased he is. But listen, man, he started off in the UK. Yeah, I mean, of course he gonna be biased towards UK fighters. Anthony Joshua, the one that was who he pretty much was responsible for Eddie Hearn being successful and becoming a global promoter in terms of, you know, promoting over here in the US, promoting over here in Saudi Arabia, promoting here in the UK. Like, I mean, so of course he's gonna feel like he owe it to UK fighters to promote them or, you know, favorite them. You feel me? But anyways, I'm gonna get up out of here, y'all. I'm gonna catch up on some rest. You know what I mean? I appreciate everybody that contributed to the conversations and chopped it up with your boy. You feel what I mean? I'll be back on tomorrow. Probably gonna talk about the Keith Thurman fight and all that good shit, man. And we definitely should get into some, you know, different type of conversations too. I've been meaning to update the pound for pound list as well, but let's see. We might do it tomorrow. Let's just see what we come up with. Let's see what hits the boxing world. You know, if it's something important, we'll talk about it. If not, we could just do some fun shit. You feel what I'm saying? But until then, this is Mazuma TV. Y'all have a blessed, beautiful night. I'm out of here, man. Peace.